Hello family, welcome back to Talk with Uche. My name is Uche Cynthia Honora. Guys, how have you all been? I hope you all are doing well. Guys, on today's episode, I will be sharing with us from my own personal experience why I feel people go into habits and then it extends into addiction. Okay, like I said, my own personal experience. And before I go in, I just want to let you know that this is a community where you feel at home. That this is a community where you get to understand that you are not alone. That a lot of people are going through the same thing you are going through, so you are not crazy. This is what everybody is going through, and by the grace of God, people have already traveled down that lane and God has delivered them. So from my own personal experience, I just believe that you are going to also have your own healing. Okay, so guys, this is it. I don't know if you've watched my testimony video. You would notice that I didn't step out of this addiction by myself. So it was God who helped me get through this addiction. But before He was able to deliver me and take me out of that route, He had to take me back to my childhood wound. He had to take me back to what triggered the action. Okay, what made me to actually say, I'm going to take this smoke, right? So I had this childhood story. Where it was told to me. Growing up, I was told this story, and I felt like I was the problem in my family because my father had money, but when I came, there was no money. So this story was basically repeated to me. So when my sister came, the money returned back to the house, and I was told this story. So I felt like I was the problem. And also, if you look at all my siblings, I'm the only one that is odd. And I wasn't beautiful as they were. I was very different. Like even when we go to the village, people will be like, this one, they own a family. So I had this thing, but it got to a point where I wanted to start bullying people in school. But the moment I tried to do that, I was like, this girl, they cry you. I see you, they cry you, but if I don't do amo. So I felt like, no, I shouldn't give back the pain I was feeling. Rather, I should just stand as maybe a peacemaker. So this was what I said to myself, and then I thought that was it. Then I moved back to Ghana when I got to Ghana for my studies. So that was how I met this lady, and she said, Uche, if you want to slim down, you want the guys to be flocking around, you want this to be happening, you want that to be happening, you have to smoke. And that was the beginning of me getting hooked. Trying to fill something up, but before I know, I was as empty as I was, even more than empty, even before I entered. So I realized that there is nothing like you want to fill up the space. There's nothing like you want to use smoke, you want to use drinking, masturbation to heal anything. No. So what God was trying to tell me is that we are trying to do what? To seek for validation in things that will leave us broken for the rest of our lives. This is number one thing. We are looking for validation. We are trying to fit into the system. We are trying to look for external things that will fill us up without us going deep inside of us to do the work we need to do to break off those things that made us to feel empty or that broke us as children. And one thing again that I realized in this space is that my siblings or my people, they were not saying it because they want to spite me, but they were just saying it just normal yap, they just want to talk. But the enemy is not looking for the big things. They are looking for the small things to start growing inside your children so that they can use it in the nearest future. So I remember when I was going for job interviews, I realized that my whole mindset was like, I will not make it. Uche, you don't have anything good attached to you. Uche, you will not make it, you will not make it. Everywhere you go is problem. Even if you go to that office, they will start having problem. So I decided to be a peacemaker. So I thought this would heal everything going on there. So I kept on giving to people, and I felt like I needed to be the one to just give peace, give love. But inside of me, I know I was still broken. Just before I met this lady, and she was like, Uche, you need to take this thing. When you take it, you would feel accepted, you would slim down, men will be flocking around. And I felt that was it. That was what I needed. But that was the beginning of another brokenness, another journey, and I got trapped. So this is basically what a lot of people are going through, seeking for validation. And basically, parents might not know what they are doing. Basically, siblings might not know what they are doing. But the devil is always looking for an avenue to sow a seed and keep watering it in the life of their children. They don't know. So basically, most of these habits is the foundation is on validation. People are seeking for validation. People are seeking to be accepted. People are seeking to be filled in some way or the other, whether they were broken by a girl, they were broken by a guy. So they feel like smoking, drinking, masturbating, watching pornography would heal all these things. But at the end of the day, it leaves us as broken as something else. So this was what God drew my attention to, yes, the family foundation. And that moment I broke down. I was feeling broken. I was like, all the memories were just coming out, and I was like, true, there is nothing, no smoke, no drink, no masturbation, no sex, nothing can heal our brokenness until we deal with them. Nothing can take it away until we face the truth. We have to get to a point where we face the truth. We have to get to the point where we name these triggers. What has triggered your addiction? What triggered that addiction? What are you trying to replace that thing with? You have to go back to your root. Pray that God takes you back to your root so you can start dealing with it. Because the more you leave it, you feel like you have swept it under the carpet. You will keep on going, keep on entering into this thing, and before you realize, you say, oh, it's my lifestyle, I can't do without it. You can still do something to that thing. You can still break that thing as God did it with me. So the second one is ignorance. Ignorance being that she said what she said, oh, smoke, and then you slim down, men will start flocking around, you will feel sexy and all that. But she never told me the depth of smoke. She never told me anything about addiction, never told me about anything about nicotine. I didn't know anything about it. So most of us are actually trapped because we were not informed. You thought it's a one-time thing, but you see yourself going back to it is because there is some addictive thing attached to it. There is nothing that the enemy will introduce to us that will ever give us peace until we deal with the weakness and the foundation. These things will keep on speaking. So number one, God is telling us that we should not be seeking for validation in things that will break us more. We are not meant to fit into the system of the world. We are meant to stand out. We are meant to create systems where all these broken people can come in and they feel at home, just like Talk with Uche. Then the second one is, if you are also intending to go into any form of addiction, hey, I did it, and I will tell you, you are entering into a trap. Don't do it. People you see smoking, it's not as if they don't want to stop. They really want to stop. But you think they're having fun. That is the way of life. That is fun. If they tell you what they are going through, you would not even dare to live your life and go that path. Stay on board, stay on course. Don't try to be like every other person. See, you are a pace setter. You are not meant to fit in. You are meant to stand out. You are meant to create systems. You are meant to be leaders. So all these things that the world is coming to introduce to us to make us feel that these things can heal us, they are not where our healing is. Our healing is in God. So that is what I'm trying to tell us today. Don't seek for validation from people. People can heal you. Secondly, ignorance is the reason. And again, lastly, I will try to talk to our parents. You see, it's not as if you guys want to say those things you say, or siblings. You know, siblings, family vibings. It's not as if it's their intention to break their sibling or parents to break their child. But the devil is always looking for words to go out so that they can capitalize on it and start working on the mind of your children. So parents, siblings, try and sow seeds that you would like to reap tomorrow. Don't sow seeds. You might be thinking you are doing it because it's normal. But those things are not normal. When God took me down to my roots, I realized that some of the things that we all are going through today is based on some parents and siblings' carelessness. We are too careless with words. And that is how the enemy will go into our families, go into the minds of your daughters and your sons and start playing tricks with them. A lot of people are broken today, not because they want to be broken, but they got those things from somewhere. And I'm telling you, 90% of everyone that is addicted today is that there is a trigger associated with it. It's either there's a childhood memory, it's either there's a childhood brokenness, it's either something might have happened somewhere that shaped the mindset of that child. And most of us think that addiction only ends in smoking, drinking. No. Some of the addiction also can be your mentality, poverty mentality. Most of the people have this poverty mentality that even when they see opportunity, they feel they don't qualify for that opportunity, or they feel that opportunity is too good to be true for them. They feel that they are meant to take the low things of life. It's not in them to have the best things of life. That is a poverty mentality, which they might have gotten from family, which might have been transferred from generations to generation, so that it will stop them from getting what God has actually assigned to them. So guys, in summary, I'm trying to tell us that parents, siblings, try and sow the kind of seed you would like to reap in your children tomorrow. That is the only thing I want to share with us. Let's be kind with our words, okay? Train up a child in the way you should go. It does not only mean you should beat the child. The kind of words you use on your child can cripple their destiny, can cripple their future. So let's be kind with our words. I think that is the most important thing for now. Subsequently, also the next video, I'll be sharing with us the solutions on how to walk out of this addiction. In the meantime, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the like button, comment, and also click that notification button, pim, so that anytime I post my videos, you'll be the first to get it. I hope this helps someone. Thank you all so much. Bye.